That is short for Greta Mumberg, or good morning, welcome to the week. Today is the 29th of November, it's 7:58, because I'm getting ahead of the game, and do you know what? Why the heck not? Let's see if I can switch my window, which I apparently can, which is very exciting. Hello! Wow, so much to cover. Richard Madeley had a bit of a funny turn, caused the collapse of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, which apparently is now officially dead in the water, which is fantastic news. Gives you more time to watch Selling Sunset, now in its 4th season. Fabulous show. I've been watching so much of that this weekend. We're entering hibernation territory, and with the onset of Omicron, we've got no choice. We know this is coming. Let me just see if I can sort this out. Do you know what? This is the best thing that you can see me tiny. I've always wanted to, well, I am Gulliver to many people, being so that way, but now you can too. So I'm literally the size of a pinhead if you are on a small 15-inch monitor, say, especially one of those ones with a very big bottom at the back, CRT monitor. That would just be weird. So been good, been watching that, makeover shows, but I wanted to just quickly mention The Good Liar, which is true. I don't know if you've seen this, and I don't know whether this is an Amazon Prime exclusive. And by the way, I don't know if you've seen the sky outside, but it's like sunny delight. Sometimes it goes pink, but my sky right now is kind of like a very vivid orange. It's incredible. Beautiful. And I think the temperature's like 9 up on yesterday, which is remarkable. It's a Monday and it's blazingly hot compared to Sunday, and everybody's going, oh, Sundays are fantastic because they're not Mondays. I'm like, well, look at Monday. F you, Sunday. We don't care about you. Monday's the new Sunday. So if you're getting a little bit like this, full of rancor and frustration, it's the first day of 5 days of weekdays until we get to the next chapter of weekend triumph, then forget about it. Monday's magical. Honestly, seriously, this is the best day of your life because it's the only day of your life right now. That's why they call it a gift, because it's the present. So The Good Liar is, so Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren, two of the finest actors of now, and coming together under the auspices of Ian McKellen being an elder statesman gangster, a bit like Michael Caine in that heist. What was it? King of Gentlemen, or something like that, or The Gentleman, or maybe not even that, where he goes off and pulls off this audacious heist in Hatton Garden of a jewel vault. Or money, or they put all secure stuff down there, don't they? Anyway, he did that. But he feels like that with Ian McKellen, and Ian McKellen finds Helen Mirren in this very affluent suburb, in a circle, and some very deft use of a drone to signify the comings and goings at night in this, I don't know, crescent. Fabulous. I mean, that's what stuck out to me until it got ridiculous. The writer went, oh yeah, I've committed to this now, but it can't just be a straightforward run-of-the-mill Ian McKellen dupes Helen Mirren as her character. No. Watch it. You'll be as frustrated. I've not been as frustrated about a film since I watched Liam Neeson in The Commuter. That's how bad things got this weekend. And that's why, as you'll understand, with some levity, I enjoyed the premise behind Selling Sunset now in season 4. And honestly, the bitterness, the depravity, the lack of emotion and empathy and heartbeat of some of the characters on this show defies reality and logic. I implore you with an eye to watch it. Speech impediment. Right, so today, that's one reason you're not really here for that, though, are you? Chat just in case we get anybody. We'd never do we? Let's be fair. Nobody can even be bothered getting in touch. I trot these out every morning except Friday. Good reason for that. And you don't even bother. So I'll be surprised if you watch this. But anyway, for those of you who do, thank you. Good to see you. It's good to have this one-on-one chat, isn't it? And see what's what. Anyway, so randomical. What I do, the nature of this show is that I'll pick a product at random from Amazon because you haven't submitted yours. So if you've got a product or a service that you want help with to sell better, then I once again implore you to get in touch with me. Usual channels. You know who I am, at Dave Thackeray on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn as Dave Thackeray, as you'd expect, or you can email me, dave@wordandmouth.com. It doesn't get easier. It's like those dice. Throw them. Speak to me. They'll come up sixes. So what I do is I'll choose a product. I'm going to do that now. Right? Give me a second to help it set in. Oh, good God. Okay, and then I'll choose a person, and this is a fictional person. It's not this guy. That would be too easy because I could pretend that I've never seen this little boy before, but actually I have. Foster son. He's not, though. It's AI. But I'm going to refresh it and get a new person. All right, so let's hit the return key. Okay. You look a bit miserable. I believe these are all, as I say, AI generated, so I can't hurt the feelings of a semiconductor. Not yet, anyway. So let's add 2 and 2 together. We've got the Park tool, micro folding hex, screwdriver set tool. Really got to up your quality game, guys. I mean, that sports bag from the other day was actually all right, wasn't it? By comparison to this, we'll talk about trash. So 16 ratings. Okay, I'm just going to have a very, very, very quick flick through to see what the best bits of this are, if there are any. It's a little kit. Okay, so it's portable. All right, so let's. So it's very, very compact. I like the word very. Very is superfluous though. Any extraneous, any superfluous words, don't bother with them. So I would never use very. If it's compact, it's compact. It's like when people say the brand new product. It's new, or the brand new blah is about to be built. Well, if it's about to be built, it's clearly brand new. Don't add words to something that there's so much scarcity in attention that adding words reduces your opportunity to connect with the client, doesn't it? So very compact, more notes, and I don't think you should edit your notes at this stage because all this is to do is just to get down some thinking. Wish I'd got the MT10 instead of it as the 8mm in it. That was my concern. And if you want to carry the least amount of stuff, that's great as well. Negatives. Okay, so when you're copywriting, you always need to anticipate objections. Any walk of life, you go for your first date. What's she not going to like about me? Well, straight away, my personality. So I'll maybe sort of temper it a little bit, tone it down. You don't want to freak the poor girl out before she's ordered her first drink. Or looking at it another way, if she was ordering a caipirinha, maybe it would be good. You kind of want a girl who's on the cordial and soda, ideally. And, from the main, perhaps goes for something like, I don't know, a salad. Works for me. But anyway, on the off chance that she comes in and orders a caipirinha, let your personality flow. So let's have a look. So Captain Fall Apart, I should have called it. Okay. Right. So so flip side of that. So let's think about the reverse of fallibility. So if in the right hands, this is an astonishing. I'll share my screen with you in a minute. Astonishing, robust tool. Okay. Clearly not putting this right. So let me unshare and let me share the entire screen, but I will turn this off. So you don't need to see this, you just need to see this. All right, I'll close that down. You don't need that in your life either, do you? All those people I've been ringing. Right, okay, so let's see any more reviews just to make sure that we've not missed anything out. It's a great tiny tool. Used to be my nickname. Captive Full Pot, we've already seen that one. All details. We get some more. I need to press something else here, don't I, to get more reviews? Do I though? 16 ratings. Let's go down the bottom right. Love it. Full what is seal reviews? Why was that not there before? Right. Oh, maybe that's it then. But it says page one. No, it's not. No, it's just 3 reviews. Right. Okay. So let's have a look at the details. If it will let me. Go back to base and see if they're selling it on a specific angle, which is no. Oh God, that's it. Literally, micro-sized fold-up tool with a wrench. Okay, a Torx wrench, I believe, is for, well, among other things, you can do PC stuff on it. You can build PCs with a Torque tool. This one here, isn't it? Yeah, because it'll let you open up components and cases and things. Okay, so we haven't got an awful lot to go for here, but right, so we've got enough, and that's what's key. Right, so if you are an amateur DIY guy, like that, because alliteration, and you're just, if you're forever running around the house, fixing things, you'll be laden down with gear, right? Okay, so, right, all coming together now, and you're thinking, how, Dave? What are you talking about? You've got 7 sentences, and some of them are just 1 letter or a word. Right, so where I'm coming at is, when you sell something, you need a narrative. All right, so what it means is, for this person who does not exist, she, and I'll not use the word guy, that would be rude, but she is not in the mode for carrying around a tool kit, right? I'm guessing, maybe wrong, can't tell. Appearances can be very deceptive. Look at me, I'm clever. She doesn't look predisposed to wearing dungarees, so she's not going to be kitting out. She's not going to be wearing an exoskeleton where she can put an electric drill, a rotary saw, and all that, and just pull them out like Kill Bill. Doesn't look like it's this girl's MO. So what you want is pocketability and convenience, isn't it? But the ability, and since we go on that road, the ability to fix anything, I'm going to say at the blink of an eye, because she looks like she'll love a little bit of MAC cosmetics. She's clearly got style. So she's going to be wanting a bit of that. And then more importantly than that, also fixes your camera and lighting gear at the drop of a hat. She probably wears hats as well. So straight away, we're starting to think of use cases for our friend the Park tool. So we've covered use cases. Let me bring this up a little bit. In fact, let me double click it so we can see in more detail. We've got use cases, we've got objections, we've got narrative. Those essentially are, and we've done a little bit of research now, we've done enough research for this because it's only a cheap piece of kit. It is how much money? $13.99. That's nothing, is it? That's nothing. That's a touch time, can't do anymore. Stocking filler. There we are, for the man in your life. All right, so that's another piece of narrative there, potentially, if he wants to go down that route. So use cases, right? So I've got all here. And actually, you can see now, can't you, how use cases bleed into objections. So if we start talking about able to fix anything at the blink of an eye, so if you're like, I can't fix anything, right? Why should I buy one of these pocket tools? Well, this is your gateway drug into DIY. So the narrative there quite easily could be, So you're so I've always lived as a renter. That way, when anything goes wrong, call up the landlord within a month. Because let's be honest, we know what landlords are like. They've got it fixed. All right. So, but now I'm all grown up. It's time to get on the ladder, buy myself a house. One of the problems I find about being a homeowner, taking responsibility for all the little things. Who am I going to call when it comes to stuff breaking down? Well, worry no more. Me, myself, I, whatever. I don't care. Grammar doesn't exist anymore. Worry no more, me, because this Christmas we got a Park pocket tool. Oh, hello, it's all going on. We've got a Park pocket tool. Now my home owning life is complete. I can fix anything around the house, and best of all, my new friend lives in a tiny cupboard under the stairs. Right, so we've got a story here, and we can now weave an extended narrative around it. We can throw in photos of our friend. We can throw in images showing this Park tool in its native habitat, doing all kinds of things. It can be talks in its way into a computer case. So say your computer fan gives way, then guess what? I got a fix for that. I've got a Park tool. I can do that. What you're doing here, and this is a very useful piece of information. This is why I'm glad that we do these things. You're probably coming in and you're like, what the frick? You are casting your prospective buyer as a superhero. You are showing them things that they thought they could never do. And I don't know about you, as a knowledge worker, I get fanboy. I stan anyone who can do things with their hands, who can build stuff with wood. I just love anything like that. That's what really gets me off. And so me being able to join the league of extraordinary people like that, be able to sort of play my part, is a massive thing. And I know I'm not alone. And I know that with everybody these days, contributing at least sort of 50% of their time to computers were in the work world, they're also going to be feeling a little bit like me, a little bit despondent that, we the most we do these days is mow our lawns, and even then, badly. We can't mow them like Wembley. I'd love to. I don't even have grass. But by giving people a tool that's £14 and letting them join their friends who are in the trades in some small way, in a gesture, it makes you feel kind of the big man a little bit, or the not untalented lady. So what you can do with this Park tool then is sort of get into that game, and I think that's brilliant. So you're empowering people. You're saying, with this small accessory, you can be so much more than you are today. And imagine walking around your house and going, I fixed that. And look at that shelving unit. I put that up. Maybe not with this, but you get the point. So when I'm writing copy for something like the Park tool, I'll always be thinking, right, how can I give my prospective buyer a skin that feels comfortable? I'm not talking a real skin here, I'm talking metaphorical. How can I make them feel stronger, better, faster, smilier? And there was 4 things: one, smarter, smilier, speedier, and another one. We'll come at that at some point later. But I think this has been a good session, because I think we've covered a lot of points. We talked about the objections, we talked about the use cases, and we talked about, and we've finalised in the draft sense, a narrative on how we can sell the Park tool AWS-13. I'm going to cut to the quick now. We're going to get off. Thanks for joining me. I think we've had a good time this morning. I think it's going to be a great week for you. today is going to be wonderful for you. It's Monday. It's the last week of November. We've got a lot of ground to cover, but I know if anybody can do it, it's you. We'll